Hey guys, my name is Gabrielle Robinson.
And my name is Vanessa Liu, and we're your co-hosts for the Life Unfiltered podcast.
Today we have a very special guest, and he just finished his freshman year. We have Alex. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Good.
So
good.
Alex is from Troy High.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce us to who you are a little bit?
I'm Alex Hoyle. I'm a freshman at Troy High. I run track. That's really about it.
Okay. Do you have any passions or anything else you do?
Passions? Not for. I like to cook. I'm not saying I'm the best, but you know, I can throw down in the kitchen a little.
Okay. What's your favorite food to make?
I don't even know. Like, just, you know, I've thrown up a whole bunch of stuff, so I don't really have a favorite. I'm just now getting into it, too. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
This is like really like kind of irrelevant, but Gabby and I were on the way here and she was telling me how she was cooking recently. I'm like,
Oh, nice.
okay, Gabby.
Yeah. I do like to cook sometimes. I feel like it's like stress relieving, you know?
Yeah.
And like, but I like to bake more. So
I can't do that.
it's fun. It's fun. But yeah.
So we want to have Alex on to talk about his experiences as an athlete and also what you've learned throughout your journey. Obviously, you just finished freshman year, and we want to hear more about that. So what has being an athlete taught you about failure, discipline, or resilience that you haven't learned in the classroom?
All right, so I've been playing sports my whole life, so I've been around that scene for a long time, and with that being, I've been through a lot of failures, and just going through a lot of that, it's really like pushed me, and I found out that like failure isn't like the bad thing, it's giving up that is, excuse me, so that you know, I've just been pushing through. And with a failure hasn't really taught me much other than just to keep going. And if you don't keep going, what's the point of all of it?
Yeah, so I know you run track. Can you tell us
Yeah.
more about your experiences as a track athlete?
Yeah. So with track, I've definitely had some moments where I'm like, dang, that was bad. So for example, I was invited to run in the freshman counties this year as a 4x1 leg, and then on my leg, I kind of. That was terrible. I messed up. The leg got messed up, and we ended up losing. And so, you know, that rest of the meet, I was just really in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next day, my mom, she woke me up. She's like, "Yo, you need to do something." So I just got up, went to the school, and I just like ran.
Mm-hmm.
I just ran a lot and just like tried to like focus on my technique and work on like what I did wrong. And during the meet, I had a couple of my friends record my race for me, just in case if I were to do bad. So I was already manifesting, like, how bad I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I spent the rest of the day just, like, watching that tape over and over and over. And I kind of just, like, went from there.
Mm-hmm. So you learned it from these past mistakes.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of sports like offered in the Troy School District at like Troy High and stuff. So why did you choose track?
You know, track, it's a sport that's been near and dear to me, like, kind of my whole life. I've always been into it. I didn't really start running it until I think the 7th grade, though. But I've always had, like, not a passion for it, but I've always thought it was something, like, really cool. I know a lot of people, like, in my family and outside of my family as well who run it and have ran it for a long time and excel at it. And I've always been, like, somewhat fast. I've always been known as, like, the faster kid.
Mm-hmm.
So come 7th grade, I was like, hey, there's a sport for how fast I am. Let me just hop in that.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
That's really cool. Yeah.
I know, Gabby, you can relate a little bit
Yeah.
too with the track aspect.
Yeah, that's why I started running too. Because especially like being a girl, when I was younger,
Yeah.
I was always beating the boys. Usually like boys are faster than girls. I was like, okay, I'm kind of good. Let me run track. So I definitely know the feeling.
Yeah.
So as an athlete, you're prone to injuries. When you're injured, tired, or mentally burnt out, how do you stay motivated? Do you ever feel pressure to push through even when you shouldn't?
Yeah, how I really stay motivated is to just, like, keep telling myself that it's going to be all right. Because I feel like it sounds stupid, but, like, positive affirmations really help me in a way. And not, like, just, like, oh, you can do it and stuff like that, but, like, talking to, like, myself and, like, going, like, hey, like, you messed up, but you got to keep pushing through it. And so, excuse me, I forgot what I was going to say.
That's okay. It happens to me all the time.
You're good.
I think that's all I got for that.
Okay. Do you feel like you have a safe space to talk about your mental health with your peers or coaches?
Yeah, I 100% I 100% feel that way. Growing up, I've always had something going on with mental health, and I never really I never really found an aspect to talk to anybody. I didn't really talk to my parents like that about like anything. They just kind of like always knew, and there'd be times, of course, I would like have to open up to them, but I didn't really talk to them like that. But like I've gained so many friends since I've transferred back into this Troy school district that I can just like count on, rely on, like call them up, be like, yo, I got to talk to you about this. I got to talk to you about that. And so it's just I know I got a circle that I can really just like go to.
That's good.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone followed you for a week, what would surprise them most about your daily life?
What would surprise them the most, I feel like, it was like people see me like as like a loud like kid kinda. But if
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're very, very quiet.
No. Yeah, no, but if you like at school and stuff like that, I'm chatty all the time. So like if you like really follow me, you would think, oh, you go home this exact same way. No, I'd be like, I'm really quiet at home. And it's like it's not really until like I open up to a certain person that's like when they like see me like that. But most of the time I just be like chilling in my room or working out. It's really one or the other.
So I can actually talk about your louder side because I met you at the Athens versus Troy High track meet. And if some of you guys have seen that video, it's an interview with both Troy High and Troy Athens athletes, and they talk about an athlete that they respect on the opposite team. And you were talking about who? It was Cornelius that you respected?
Yeah, that's my guy. Love him. Love that dude to death.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to meet you out there. You were very loud, very energetic. It was a really fun track meet.
Oh, that's cute. I was running at the time, so I didn't see that. But like hearing you now, and you're saying that you're loud and energetic, I'm like, wow, like okay,
It's the environment.
Yeah, makes sense. But I can relate. I feel like I'm very similar in that way too.
Yeah. So do you feel like people at school know the real you, or just the version of you that fits the role, like the athlete, the honor student?
Wow. Since I'm just coming back into Troy schools, and I haven't seen a lot of these people since like the 4th grade, it's kind of hard for them to see like the real me because I'm just now starting to like regroup with old friends and stuff like that. But I can say that there is one dude I've known him my whole life, Christian Sunson. That is one dude. He knows the real me. He knows almost everything about me. Like, I love that guy. But not really for anybody else. I feel like it's just Christian at my school that really knows me for real.
Okay.
That's nice. Have you ever had to give up something that mattered to you in order to succeed at something else, and how did that feel?
Oh, I can't think of anything off from that at the top of my head. Wow. No, I don't think I've ever had to. As long as I've been like doing sports, I don't think I've ever had to sacrifice something. Really, I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know.
Maybe sacrifice like time.
Oh
studying.
yeah. A lot of my time over the years has disappeared. But other than like time and stuff like that, I don't think I've sacrificed everything. I love every single second of every single time I'm on the field or I'm on the track. So.
Did you do like indoor track?
No, this would be my first year doing indoor track. I've been in heavy communication with the Michigan Mustangs coach, so trying to reach out to them and see if I can get a spot for the winter time. But no, I have not done a lot of indoor.
And then what about like summer? Do you want to do AAU over the summer?
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm in contact with the Mustangs right now, so I'm trying to. I texted coach. I really haven't gotten a text back, but I also have he hasn't gotten a text back, but I'm gonna, if I can't get with them, then I'm probably just gonna chill and just work on my own craft by myself, and then just wait for winter time when winter droughts pop up.
Yeah. So I know you're like pretty dedicated with track. Do you plan on continuing this in college?
Oh yeah, of course. If it happens, that'd truly be like amazing.
And then when this chapter of your life ends, how do you want to remember it, and how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered the same way my sister was really remembered at this school. She was known as a good athlete, hardworking student. My sister, she actually started the Black Student Union for Troy High, and so the legacy that she left for, I guess, me, at this school is the same way I want to leave. I want to leave a similar legacy for my younger brother, so he can walk into here and look and I don't know, look at the wall and be like, yeah, that's my brother. Or yeah, that's my
so
sister.
Sweet. That's cute. And you talked about you're a freshman. So what was something that you were nervous about, like going into freshman year or after it's been completed?
Yeah, so I was originally at the University of Detroit Jesuit for high school. I started there from I think August to maybe mid October, and so kind of just the transition. I was really excited, but at the same time really nervous because, like I said, it's a lot of people from my past that I've not seen in a really long time, and we would text each other maybe like once every couple months. So I wasn't really like full contact with anybody. It was how they gonna view me now? Like they haven't seen me in years. So it was kind of just like figuring out how I've been viewed, how like I would be viewed. I feel like it's been like mostly positive. I love like the experiences that I had. Like I said, I found my little circle. Like I got my friends and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. So what is something you can say you've taken away or learned from freshman year?
Something I can take away is like it happens fast. Like this year went by really fast. So to just really like I don't know, make the most of it. I really learned to like make the most of it. Like whatever I did, I made sure I did at 100%.
Yeah.
And I just try to, I don't know. This year really like kind of meant something to me. So
that's nice. So you talked about in your submission for the Google form that you like music. So what about music do you like, and how does that influence you in sports?
I really like music. I don't know. Music is music's always just been a part of me. Like when I was younger, my dad would like force me to play the piano.
Really?
Oh, really?
Can you play?
Not at all.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
I didn't take that serious at all. But you know, music is always like, you know, it's always been a part of me. I've always enjoyed music, and like when I'm like on the track, I have a whole playlist dedicated to like getting my mind right and stuff like that. And it's just depending on like the type of event, on whether if I want to like calm my nerves or like up the nerves. Like music like plays a huge part. Like if you see me walking around just like on the infield, my headphones are like in 24/7. Like don't talk to me.
Oh. You're locked in.
Yeah, I relate with that for track, like especially like hurdles. Like that's like you need to pay attention and like be locked in before you run. So like before I'm like when I'm running over to warm up, like before I race, when people talk to me, it makes me so upset. I'm like bro, like please let me lock in. So I definitely get the feeling.
If you see me near like concessions though, like say hi.
Yeah. But when I'm about to run, like please walk away.
So I had to learn the hard way.
Oh yeah.
I remember she was like locking in. I forgot which meet this was, but she was like very locked in. I was trying to talk to her, and I'm like, oh, she's like she's a little distant. I'm like, it's okay, I understand. Like you're doing your own thing, but I had to learn that through experience.
Yeah. So you left Troy School District 4th grade. So you know how everyone like plays an instrument for 5th grade? Did you do that at U of D or no?
U of D, no. I was in 7th grade. So I was at a school. After I left, I was at Leonard Elementary for 1st through 4th grade. Then I was at a smaller private school called JFIT. We didn't really do any like instrument type of things really. But I remember we had like a whole like ukulele thing in our music class. That was pretty cool. I had no idea what I was doing. But with U of D, the only really music I really had was the one semester I had to take music or intro to music. And that was that was a really cool class. I really liked that teacher. Shout out Mr. Prouty.
So can you talk about how the Troy School District has allowed you to explore your passions like track?
Yeah, there's just so much to do here, and I like I said, finding like my people has also really helped me because at the beginning I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Like there's so much to do, I don't know where to start. And I was trying to like look into bass like for like carry on what my sister started. But I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get into that. I have no idea who the president is. I'm not trying to talk to her either. So so this year I'm 100% trying to get more involved in that. But finding track, that was. After I like had conversations with several people, it was like, yeah, that's what I gotta do. Like that's what I want to do this year.
So actually, Nessa and I are both a part of this council called Student Equity Council, and we make a big impact, I would say, on the Troy School District. So if you want to do that and like leave a legacy, we host a Martin Luther King Day of Service event. We did that this year. Yeah, it was really fun. So if you want to join,
look into that.
They can send you the information.
Yeah. And if you want to be a part of the Creative Guild, have your own podcast, do photography, filmmaking, there's a lot you can do. Like even with music, Thomas Butcher over there, he can help you with so much. So
he's trying to talk me into like making music all the time, and I just kind of run away.
If I were to get into anything, I feel like it'd be like photography. Like looking at the things like my friend Charlie does. My dude Charlie, shout out to him, took a lot of my photos for track, and so that's something I'd probably want to get into since I'm not hitting the football field this year.
Yeah,
that's like 100% probably into the sport, the videography scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Nessa's into that. She has her own YouTube. So.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna say I did start photography this year, and it's something that I wish I started sooner because it's just so much fun. Like, and you meet so many different people. I do photography for the Troy Athens track team.
Yes.
And also the golf team. So it's just a really fun thing to do. So yeah.
Yeah, and you're young. You're still a freshman, so. Hopefully you can find a lot of things that you like from now until your senior year, because Nessa and I found a lot of things that we liked our senior year.
Yeah, pretty late.
Even though that's cool, like we do both wish that we had a lot more time to explore. So try to figure it out sooner than later so you have more time with your craft.
Yeah. Do you have any lasting words of wisdom to the audience?
Oh, wow. No, not really. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. Wisdom? Oh, no. Like I said earlier, if you're going to do anything, make sure you do it like 100%. If you're going to run. Make sure you're like winning.
And then what about to people that are like nervous to join the track team? Because I know a lot of people that are nervous to join the track team. So especially for if you're coming to run here and you're nervous about it, don't be nervous. You're going to be surrounded by some of the coolest guys like ever, especially if you're sprinting. You're going to be led by one of the two, actually, the greatest coaches that I've ever met, and Coach Reed and Coach Player. Those guys have really, like, shaped me into becoming a better runner. So you're surrounded by those two great older gentlemen. Or Reed is, like, young, but still. Like, two great dudes. Reed ran for our school, so he's going to get you right. He won, so he knows, like, what it takes to win. He's somebody to joke around with. And he got a ton of, like, cool dudes, like Cole. He's like God forbid he doesn't get hurt again. He's definitely gonna coach you up. He coached me up a lot, and it really like helped me get. Cause like I said, I was nervous. I had conversations with him and a couple other people, and really just like told me like it's gonna be good. There's a lot of leadership on the team, and especially if you're a boy, boy or girl. There's a lot of sisterhood on the girl squad, and then a ton of brotherhood on the boy squad. And so no matter what you do. If you're a thrower, runner, jumper, doesn't matter. You're gonna like find your people, and everybody's gonna make you better. Oh, that's so cute! What the heck? He says I don't have any advice, and then drops the cutest little advice ever.
That's cute. Aww. So, do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
No problem.
Of course. Thank you so much for making the time to be on.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And you guys know where to find us at life.unfilteredpod on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify.
Yep, and DM us if you want to be a guest, even though there's not that much time left. But
yeah. So this is gonna be one of the few last episodes of the summer, but hopefully Gabby and I will be back during like the breaks and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in on this week's episode.
We're your co-hosts,
Vanessa Liu
and Gabrielle Robinson.
And always remember to embrace the mess and live life unfiltered. Bye guys!